Hi everyone. I wait a couple of minutes. My apology for my lightning. I shouldn't sit like this, but then I have to move on my bed and I don't want that either. So today, there are gonna be 3 topics. The first one is about the new moon. The second one is about Mercury Retrograde. And the third one is about how to keep our aura clean. I'm a bit excited today because the book where I was a contributor, a co-author, is just become today a #1 bestseller on Amazon, and then we're having the launch day today, so everybody is getting crazy on Facebook, all the contributors. So this new moon, new energy. So this new moon is actually in Libra, which is emphasizing the importance of relationships, all kinds of relationships. So it's the family relationships, partnerships, and then also in business relationships. So how to handle those, to be more diplomatic and more kind. This is the power of the Libra, to be diplomatic and kind and empath. And that's what this new moon is bringing and trying to teach us that we need to be in our relationship more diplomatic and more kind and more actually serving and more empath. And this new moon, so whatever what is ever your intention in this new moon, like what are your goals, and you write them down, you journal, you know, this new moon. This actually have a 6-month cycle. The next full moon, which is in Libra, is in April. So it's gonna have a 6-month cycle to actually achieve those goals. So you're not gonna get them like next week, you know, so you're gonna work towards those goals, but with diplomatic relationships, connections, networking. So that's how you're gonna reach your goals. That's what Libra New Moon is teaching, what to do next. And yeah, so I recommend to write down your goals and take time for yourself to quiet down your mind and then get into your intuition. Also, because we have the Mercury retrograde, so 2 of them working perfectly fine together right now, because Mercury retrograde is actually teaching the same, that revisit your mistakes or reflect on your life, on your history, what you have done, how you have done, and actually reflect on your relationships, how to behave with people and how to actually leverage more of your relationships. And then in this 2 weeks time now, what is the Mercury retrograde gonna end in 3rd of November, but we have another 2 weeks shadow period after that. So it's like 4 weeks gonna be in Mercury retrograde, I would say. It's not recommended to do contracts unless you read the smallest details of it, like really going into details and every bit, and you are sure that you're going to do that contract. Otherwise, it's not recommended. This 4 weeks is recommended for planning, recommended to implementing the steps towards your goals. So it's like more working on yourself, on your plans behind the scene, you know. And then whenever you feel like you need to rest, you need to do self-care, just go for it, because this time is for that, actually to take care of yourself, because after Mercury retrograde, you're going to be again full speed and then work hard towards the end of the year, because this is, you know, a 4 universal year, and you need to actually create the foundation of your next 9 years. So it's very important that you actually put down those foundations this year, which you're going to build up in the next 9 years. So, but now we got some break, we got some 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks when we can actually empower ourselves, we can actually become more powerful by self-care. Self-care means also exercise, good food, and relax and take care of yourself, sleep well. I know we love to hustle, I know we work a lot, I do as well, but I always pay attention on my sleep. If my night didn't went well because I woke up a couple of times because of my children or whatever, then the next day I take like a half an hour nap, which is perfectly fine, and then I can go on with my day. And then I also realized when I do exercise, it's also, of course, boosting my metabolism and also my mood. And then I feel better, and then I'm more ready to work on my dreams, on my goals. So, and then Mercury retrograde, be aware about communication, that misunderstanding could happen. So it's better to keep quiet before you actually want to get into fight. So think through, be conscious, think through what you want to say in certain crossing situations. And they say that it's not true that it's a bad period of time for a relationship and then there are gonna be a lot of breakups. No, it's just happening breakups during Mercury retrograde because already not working relationship might end because of still miscommunication and misunderstanding, and it's perfectly fine to let go what doesn't work. And then the other thing about so this is all about relationships. So at home and at work, also this Mercury retrograde is about relationship, getting on with co-workers, getting on with business related relationships, and also in your home. And then be aware of your devices, your technical devices, back up all your information if you don't want to lose them, because sometimes they get crazy during this Mercury retrograde time. And also travel, if you want to travel far away or somewhere, then just be sure that your car is perfectly fine for that distance, and you're going to reach your flight. You go there much earlier than you wanted to go. Don't be late, because this Mercury retrograde is emphasizing this kind of issues, these travel issues as well, travel, communication, and relationship things. So let's go to the clearing. So I want to spend a time on to make sure that you understand like what you actually get when you go outside and then you are with other people, and then when you are in other areas, not in your home. So when you go out, you meet people, you hug them, then you're already breaking your aura, and then you get into the other person's aura. And then also when they speak, if they are not like-minded people, if they have different ideas, then all of those negative thinking, those negative news, what you hear from the TV, what you hear from somewhere, it's actually getting on your energy field, and then is weighing you down. It makes you moody, it can make you angry as well. It can make you different negative emotions, even though you don't want to feel those, because it's affecting you, your energy field, how other people is reacting around you, what is happening around you. And then when you get into other people's aura, you can get even more things from there, like negative energies, or even that person is maybe a lovely person and you love her so much, might she got something from somewhere. So all of these negative things you're carrying home, and you arrive in your home. So what's the first thing you should do? If you still feel moody, you feel tired, you feel a bit frustrated or angry or negative, take a shower. That's the best thing to do, because the water is one of the elements for clearing your aura and your energy field. So take a shower, also wash your head. We are so lucky to having a natural product when we can wash our hair like every day and then we don't harm ourselves and we don't toxic ourselves. So wash your hair as many times as you want, because if you remember, you wash your hands like a couple of times a day, you wash your face twice a day at least, in the morning and the evening. So it's perfectly fine to wash your hair every day. So first is the shower is recommended, head wash as well, to clear your aura, clear your energy field, all of these from these negative energies. The second thing, if you don't have time, because you need to do a lot of things at home before you actually get under the shower, you can even do fire clearing. So it sounds a bit weird first, probably. You just light a candle, a white candle, and you hover around in your aura. You're holding the candle. You can even go under your arms, like by the aura, just don't burn yourself. And then behind your back, you hold the candle under your legs, all over your. And then this candle light is gonna actually burn away the negative energies. It's gonna clear your energies. And then after this fire clearing, is called fire clearing, you already feel much liberated, much lighter, and then less anger or less frustration and all of those negative things, and you are ready to go on what you wanted to do with a better mood. And the third element is the air. So we had the water, we had the fire, and the third element is the air, how you actually create your aura with air. Mostly recommended the wind. So if you can go to the seaside, or if you can go to the park, and then there is a wind blowing through you, and then you hold your hand like this, you know, like the Titanic pose, and then you actually get you cleared by the air, your aura. And you can, when you are at home and then you have nowhere to go, you just make some fresh air you just let some fresh air into your home by opening up windows in the different side of the house so it can blow through, like, or the balconies, or you go to the balcony, or you stand between two doors or windows, and then you feel that the breeze is going through you, kind of way. And the fourth element is the ground, which also represent the nature and the wood and the leaves. So usually what people use in India is a neem tree, the leaves of the neem tree, but you can use any kind of wooden stick, and then just tap yourself nicely, slowly, and with little taps also on your body. Like you can tap yourself around, like on your aura. You can even tap on your body when you do it kindly, of course. And then that's the fourth way actually to clear your aura and clear your energy field. So this fourth thing is very recommended, one of them, to choose one of them which is much better for you, and then you will feel more fresher afterwards, and then less negative energy in your aura. And I wanted to also talk about in this webinar how we can actually prevent ourselves to get drained or to get negative energies. So probably if you know someone who's draining, then you don't go to that person, or you don't call that person, because you know already you're gonna get drained or you're gonna feel negative afterwards. Also, if you know that when you're watching horror movies or thrillers, it's gonna affect you, stressing you, then you don't do that. And then of course the news is the same. And then when you also when you can also change your perspective. So for example, one thing might frustrated you before, but you change your perspective, and then you can looking at it from another direction, then you can actually take the positive things from it, then you don't get emotionally affected in that way. So you need to actually focus on not to get emotionally affected, so not to react for the situation, just respond. So because then you create karma. Karma is actually an action, and then you can have negative karma, neutral karma, and positive karmas. And neutral karma is when you eat, when you breathe, when you do basic things. Negative karma, obviously, when you doing, for example, you lie, you betray people, you abuse people, you abuse yourself with alcohol or smoke, you actually don't respect other people, you do killing even other animals. So there is a couple of things which you create negative karma if you have that, and then you could create, of course, obviously you created them in their previous lives and you carry them to this life as well. So we're carrying lots of negative karmas in our lives, and then those affecting us if in everyday how we actually can achieve things is weighing us down if we have negative karmas, lots of negative karmas in our lives. And then the positive karma is when you are good to other people. So you can balance it actually. So when you start to be good to other people, so you are always kind, you giving gifts, you are always respectful, you keeping your body healthy, you are always honest and trustworthy, so you are a very good person, then you actually can balance up your negative karmas with the positive karmas. That's why we are on the one coming to a life, so actually we can solve our negative karmas and then bring more positive karmas. So that's why we're bringing a certain amount of negative karmas to one life, and then to work on them. So the learning is here actually to learn control our emotion, how to control our emotions, how to expect the unexpected, how to not react, just respond, and also why we do that, be always conscious. Like we are so much automated because we're using our subconscious mind, which is like 80-90% of our mind. And then we do things through the unconscious, through the subconscious mind, through our beliefs, which is holding our belief systems, our habits, our fears from childhood, and even from our DNA, from our parents. So that's what we picked up, you know, and that is our subconscious. So why you doing a certain things a certain way? Because that's what you believe, and that's what you were taught to do it on a certain way and certain things. So then sometimes you don't even need to think, you just do it the way how you learned. That's when you're doing things through subconscious. When you're conscious, you stop yourself and you think about, is there an easier way to do it? Is there a better way to do it? Or is this actually good for me? Or is this actually helping me to grow? Or is this actually helping me reaching my dreams? So that's what is conscious means, questioning your actions, questioning if they are actually have positive effects on my life, on my health, on my business, on my success, on my prosperity, on my well-being, on my love life. So to be conscious and analyzing things, that helps you to improve your life, and not to always doing everything through your belief system or through your habits. For example, food. You learned some food to cook from your parents when you were a child or when you were older. And then you bring that kind of taste, you bring that kind of food into your life, and then you realize that they are actually not healthy. Then you shouldn't eat them, you shouldn't cook them anymore, and then you shouldn't eat them, even though it is kind of like you brought it with yourself as a belief system, as a habit. And the same thing about smoking. Yeah, it's coded in. We could even bring it through our DNA from parents who were smokers before. So we need to be conscious and then say, okay, this is not good for me, so I'm gonna stop smoking now. So, and then I'm gonna find the solution how to do that. So this is what is required to actually change your life, to be conscious and not always following your subconscious automated ideas. And then the other thing is about the fear. We have a lot of fears which we are also carried from our parents or our childhood, and we are acting by that. And then we need to get out of the comfort zone to realize that what you were afraid of is not exist. It's just a story in your mind. So you actually afraid of, for example, speaking in front of people, or you are afraid of I don't know, dancing somewhere where people can see you, or maybe walking in a certain clothes because you think you're not looking good enough. And then you realize that when you've done that, that actually people cheering at you, actually people loving you for that, actually many people is likes that. So then you realize that what you were feared of, it was just your story that you created in your mind, that you're not good enough, or you can't do that, and all those kind of things. So I love what Will Smith said. Will Smith said that God created all the good things, the other side of fear. And this is so good. I have so many stories like that, that, for example, I was so scared to go to Nigeria for a very, very long time. I said, I'm going to die probably before even I visit that country, because it's just so scary what's going on there. Like flights were falling off, and there were like many diseases and stuff. And then I got to the point in my life a couple of years ago when I actually said, okay, I'm going to go to Nigeria. I got my shots, and now I got my flight ticket, I got prepared, I went. And it was an amazing experience. I met amazing people, had an amazing time. And then it's just lifelong relationships and friendships and amazing stuff. So what I'm saying is that when you are scared or you're fearful and you are afraid to do something, you're missing out. You're completely missing out. Because there are so many beautiful things, so many amazing things to experience here on earth in this lifetime for yourself. And just get rid of those fears and just do it. Just do it. And then when you are in that point, then you say, oh yeah, I did it now, and it's so great. It's not so fearful. I mean, it's nothing to fear, you know. Or even if it's something, there are some tricky things going on there, like you can still find the support, you know. You can still find people who is helping you out and support you on the way, because you are not alone. So that's the other thing what we need to realize, that we are yes, we are co-creator with God, We have God inside us. We are co-creator with God. We're working together. But when we pray or when we are asking for help, He's not going to come down and hold your hand and take you from A to B. It's going to be the people around you. He's going to send you people. He's going to send you opportunities in the look as a person, you know. So it's another story which was also in a business movie. His son was telling it to him that there was a guy in the middle of the ocean who was actually, you know, nearly died because couldn't swim. It was already like a long time in the ocean, so he was very tired and he was nearly sinking. And then he was like, please God, save me, save me. And then there was a boat passing by, and then the captain wanted to pick him up, and then he said, no, thank you, God will save me. And then he continued praying. And then another boat came by, and then he said again, no, thank you, I'm not going on your boat, God will save me. And obviously he got extremely tired and he died. He sank into the ocean. And then when he appeared in heaven, he went to God and he said, God, why you didn't save me? I was praying to you. And he said, you dummy, I sent you 2 boats. So that's what we have to realize, that when we pray, when we ask for help, when we actually waiting for a miracle, it's going to come as a person, it's going to come as an opportunity, it's going to come towards you as someone around you. It's not going to be like a hand from above. So, and then we need to realize that, and then we need to be open to receive. We need to be always open to receive what is coming our way, and then realize it, that it's a help, and not being in the victim syndrome, not being the person who's always complaining, because when you are a victim syndrome and you're complaining, you don't realize these opportunities. You don't realize the people who's coming your way and say, I'm here to help you, because you are just talking your way out, like saying like, oh, I'm so bad at this, I'm so tired, I'm so exhausted, and then I don't believe you could help me because I had another 100 mentors and they could not help me, and then I'm still in the place where I used to be. But you need to believe that you can grow, and then you were growing already from those mentors, maybe not fully recovered, but you were growing. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen 1 or 2 years or 3 years. All the big companies or small companies, doesn't matter. So the success was coming after a couple of years. The first years are always trying and working hard and getting your way out of things, and then how to actually approach things, learning and practicing. And then when you really practice everything and then you learn it, you can implement it properly to reach success. But it takes time. And then the people who's in 9 to 5, they don't understand this. They said, okay, I did the job, now I'm getting the salary end of the month. So they accept that. The same happens to them when they start the business. Okay, I started the business today, I want to have money end of the month. No, it's not going to happen. You're going to get money maybe in a year. So, but you need to put in the work without actually receiving anything. So that's actually scary for many people, very scary. So the thing is, keep on the face, and be bold, be fearless, because if not now, then you're gonna get the success later. Everything is in universal timing. So there is no past and present and future. Everything is now. So if you believe now that you're gonna get that, then you're gonna get that, because it's already is planned for you, is already yours. It's just the way that you need to vibrate on that frequency. How you get to that frequency is actually keeping yourself clean energetically, mentally, be conscious, and also have time for yourself, to connect to your higher self, to get more intuitive by meditation, by deblocking your chakras, and clear yourself, because then you are connected more to the other side, and then they receive also your messages more, and then you receive their messages more. So, and then you know who to actually listen, and then what to actually receive, and how to react, how to respond for situations, to keep yourself always balanced. And I mean balanced, like mentally balanced. Yes, now I just remembered, I wanted to also share with you how to actually keep your chakras cleaned. Why is it important to keep your chakras like unblocked, you know, not blocked, and also clean? Because they are connected to your endocrine glands, and then they are actually responsible for the function of your glands in your body. So I'm not gonna go into pineal gland activation now and then all of those things, because you can watch those in my Facebook Facebook group and also my YouTube channel. Now I'm just gonna describe what I recommend about the 7 chakras which is on our body. So the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, and the heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye, and the crown chakra. So probably you know that the heart chakra is in the middle, which means it's connected to the earth energy and is connected to the divine energy as well. What is under the heart chakra, the 3 bottom chakras, are connected only to the source energy, to the earth energy, and then the higher chakras like throat and third eye and crown is connected to the divine energies. The funny thing is that, for example, animals like dogs or horses or all other animals, they have only the 3 bottom chakras. They don't have heart chakra. And how strange is that, right? Because they live from instincts. They live from what they actually learned from their DNA through millions of years, and then they behave by their instincts and what is coded in them. They're not getting intuition. They're not connected to the divine. No, they live by their intuition and by their codes. If something comes in which actually affecting this, they can't survive. They don't know what to do. One example about this is the penguins in New Zealand. New Zealand was always full of birds. That was an island of birds until, for like millions of years, until the human arrived there with boats or ships, and then they brought in rats and mammals, you know, and animals like cats, which actually eat birds. But the birds were not coded for that, how to protect themselves from those kind of animals. So at night, when the penguin was actually nesting with the small penguins in the nest on the ground, because the penguin is nesting in the ground, close to the ocean in like a bush, the cat or the cat kind of animal came around and then just grabbed the small penguin on the head, and then even looked at themselves with the mama penguin, looked at the cat and didn't know what to do, had no idea, because it was not coded in the DNA what to do in this danger, because it wasn't before. It was just only in the last 400 years, and it's not enough to change the DNA codes. So they are in danger now because of that. So they don't have divine connection to animals. So, but we have, and then we need to use it. That's why it's very important to use it, because we have it. So how to clear our chakras? Spin them up. So imagine them as a flower, and then bring the energy from the earth into your chakras, and also from the divine through your crown chakra into the chakras. So when you fill them up with the energy from the earth and with the light from above, start to spin them up one by one from the root chakra. And then when you spin them, imagine them like a flower, like an opening up lotus flower, and spin them up. And then you spin them up clockwise, spin it so fast that you see like just a circle. And when you spin up a chakra, is actually clearing it. So you don't need to do anything else. Just imagine that you're spinning the chakras extremely fast, and then it's gonna clearing it, opening it, and keep it open if you do it like often. So if you feel like one of the chakras are blocked because you have not enough confidence, or you can't commit in relationships, or you are in an abused relationship, or you have issues with your root chakra, with your connection to your parents, or you have grief or sorrow or guilt or shame in your heart, or you have communication issues, all of these things can be lightened up by spinning your chakras very fast. I even heard that some yogis can spin their chakras with the speed of the light. Probably they are the yogis who lives for 400 years. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you learned a lot today. I was trying to spread lots of information. I'm sometimes talking too fast. My apology for that. Might after like one section just pause the video, sync, and restart it again. But I'm open for questions. So whenever you actually listen to this, just feel free to send me questions through any of the platforms I am. So I am on Instagram as editb.kiss. I am on Facebook as edit.b.kiss. I also have a webpage, editbkiss.com. So you can find me in many platforms and you can message me there and asking me questions regarding this video. I'm gonna put also the link of this recording into my Facebook group and most likely other platforms as well. I'm not sure where yet. And yeah, I'm grateful for being here and sharing this with you, and I hope you're gonna actually use it, all of this information, and make yourself healthier and happier. Thank you for watching and have a lovely day. Bye.